Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. The TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Create the perfect relationship between you and your body. Treat your body with all love, honor, gratitude, and respect. When you make it a goal to accept your body and accept yourself completely, you'll learn to have a perfect relationship with anyone else you are with. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow up 30, NASDAQ down 15, S&Ps were flat. Gold contract down $11.30, traded $1,340 an ounce. Silver off 64 cents at $20.93 an ounce. Platinum down $2 at $1,483 an ounce. Copper down 12 pennies at $3.15 a pound. They smoked that little baby. Oil up $1 at 102.56. The 10-year down 15 ticks at 123.17. The 30-year off 21 at 131.03. King dollar up 60 ticks at 79.72. The euro up 11 at 138. And the yen up 26, trading out at 103.62. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, so we're at 1876. Market's having a tough time moving anywhere up here. Bottom line is that the S&P cash has to get under the 1867.92 in order to get in the lower range. So you're still up here 3 days after the expansion up on Tuesday. Volume, we did 722 million versus 675. Bottom line, you should be doing 1 billion shares up here. It just doesn't have the juice inside it. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. What you have with the Dow Industrials is Dow basically is right at ice, up $30 today. We're at 16,452, and ICE is 16,372. That's how that baby lines up. Now, composite, NASDAQ composite. What you have with the composite is, so the composite today come down $15 and got inside the gap. You got to remember, the composite had gapped higher on the 4th of March. We got down to a price point today of 4,319, and we closed out at 4,336. Now, what the composite has done, and this is the first one, the composite got inside the lower range. That's what this little baby has done here. That's on the daily. On the weekly, we take a look at this, and you put this on the weekly, and what you have inside the weekly is that we got over the high. We closed under the high. On the weekly, I'd still like to see this baby go down. Yeah, the weekly has longer to go. The daily is inside the range. The weekly is not, because they're different ranges. The weekly would be 4250 in order to get inside that range. If you look at the NDX 100, the NDX 100 is the baby that's going to lead this baby downtown, folks. It's leading it downtown right now. NDX 100 today, you did 30 million shares. NDX 100 got inside the lower range. We closed at 90.56. They're trying to get it back up to that 90.96, but they just couldn't handle it. It was at 91.36. Bottom line, just couldn't handle it. Gold contract. What we did with gold out here, gold this morning, she went sideways with 172,000 contracts. Now, the low of gold today was 1326, folks. That's pushing on the bottom of way too many contracts. Gold, I suspect, is going to get back somewhere around the 1285 level. They also got silver back. Silver was down, let's see, almost 3%. It's at 20.93. And the way silver is set up right now, silver is inside the wide-ranging bar, and that'll get to the bottom of that bar. That bar was generated on February 14th. The bottom of that bar is 20.48. We got to 20.75 today, you know. So, and it's going to be crucial as to how we get to that point. We had a wicked expansion of volume out here in silver also today. Big expansion. 58,000 contracts. Bonds. Let's go over to the 10-year bond. We look at the 10-year bond. What we have with the 10-year bond is this. The 10-year and the 30-year is coming into the swing point that was generated out here on the 12th of February. That swing is 123.15. Now, we also did volume on the bonds. It held the price, but this low that was generated out here today in the 10-year, in the 30-year, will get tested. That's 123.10. We go to the 30-year. We take a look at that U.S. 30-year, a little bit better shape. 30-year came down to the 130.20 area. It closed out at 131.01, and you didn't have the juice behind the 30-year. You know, so it looks to me like bottom line, 30-year wants to, you know, get to higher price. They both want to get to higher price, but the 10-year is going to have a little bit more of a challenge. The dollar index. We go to the dollar index. We take a look at the dollar index. Rejected lower lows again. Had lighter volume. Guess what, folks? Dollar's going topside. We're at 79.72. Bottom line, this dollar wants to get up into this 81.25 area. Let's go to Mike in Dallas. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Tom? Listen, and congratulations on the trade that you did this morning with the Nadex.
Well, I appreciate you listening to us. Thanks so much.
Well,
we have a Nadex program. Well, Darryl Martin, folks, does a great job every day, 1 to 2. Darryl and I have a program on Friday mornings, 10 to 11.
I listened to it, and you're very good. But I needed to ask you a question about your trade.
Yes.
Of course, we did the 1880 to 1840 spread.
Right.
Did I misunderstand you when you said you were going to take profit at 1874?
Okay, so we'll pull this up so you can see that what the question was is this. What happens with the Nadex product, just like options, folks, okay? And today, of course, was a great day to trade both of those products, okay? So when we were on the air, we were trading the Nadex product, and I also was trading the options on the Qs. And the reason being is that the last day with the options on the Qs, folks, is an absolute field day, okay? You can put up a very small amount of money for a large leverage. And, you know, it's white lightning. That's what it is. So where that came from, when we were putting that trade on, Mike, okay, what I do is I work with these 10-minute bars on a intraday basis. Okay. So when we were putting the trade on, when, you know, the S&Ps were about, 1879, 1880,
right.
The reason that I was looking at the 1874, are you watching Tiger TV right now?
Yes, I am.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have my cursor on it. That high volume bar, the odds that it got tested are normally pretty good on an intraday basis, okay?
Right.
So that was the first place that I felt it was going to. That's what you were hearing, okay? That's the first part. The second part goes like this. The second part is that we done a trade last week, folks. Same. It was an S&P trade. Yeah, so it was the same type of trade. And if you remember last Friday, market crashed and then came all the way back. So one of the listeners were calling and saying, listen, they had only broken even. And what I was explaining is that in the option market, just like in the Nadex market, the quicker you can take your profit and take your principal off the table, the better off you are. And that's what I was explaining to the client this morning, that's where to take half of it off because you get all your money back. Like that trade was a $45 risk.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Yes. So that's what I was talking about. And, you know,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The key, well, you know this because you traded a lot. The key is to get your principal back ASAP. Because as soon as you get your principal back, man, you know, these markets are spiking, and they're spiking pretty good.
Okay. Well, good. Well, thanks, Tom. I appreciate
Mike.
Your explanation.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. And you know what's funny, folks, is that and this goes all the way back to, depending on how long you've been listening, if you remember Bob from Weston, I haven't heard from him in a while, and if you can call us, Bob, if you're out there, I'd love to hear from you. You know, he was always saying, you know, options are like dead fish. The longer you have them, the more they stink. And what happens is this. On a white lightning deal, when you get spikes, the bottom line is that you want to get your principal back. That's the key, is getting your principal back, you know. And that goes right to you. If we go over to, I'll go over to the Qs, because if you like trading options on, you know, and listen, folks, I am not saying to trade white lightning, believe me. Okay? But what happens in the futures market also is that when this market this morning opened up really good, okay? So what ended up happening is that, you know, the Qs closed at 90.63. Well, guess what? There's a 91.63 strike price that they were only going for 50 cents, 52 cents this morning. that's like, we'll talk about it as soon as Dave and I get back. You stay right there, folks. It's Tom O'Brien. It's the TFNN. We'll come right back.